And that, of course, the legendary coach and former player, Dawn Staley. We are thrilled to have her here with us. There is multiple reasons why you're here in Indianapolis today. But first of all, welcome to Indiana. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, thank you. It's good to be back. Good to be back. It's good to be in the number. I think Indiana fever is pretty special for obvious reasons.
You've got some South Carolina connection on this roster, but let's first talk about what happened a couple of hours ago. You were here to honor Kelsey Mitchell with the Leadership Award, one that I know meant a lot to her and to you to be a part of.
You know, anytime I give this award out, like every year, I mean, it goes to a deserving player. But Kelsey, I've coached her, I recruited her. You know, I coached her with USA Basketball. I finally heard her voice today, you know, in the press conference, because she's a quiet soul that's doing great work in her community, and it's felt. And I'm happy to share in this moment with her, but more excited about what she's going to continue to do in the future for her city, Cincinnati.
And absolutely, and one of the best things about being a pro is the fact that you can give back and just being in the community. And can you just touch on a little bit what it means to be that person in the community that's giving back? It's not always just about basketball, but it's so much more.
You know, when you're that one, like all communities have that one person who they grew up watching. They watched through college. Now they're watching her in the pros. She is that for Cincinnati, and the fact that she has the understanding of knowing she's somebody speaking of hope. She's somebody that needs to hear her voice, to feel her spirit, to know that she's there, because where a lot of us come from, there aren't a whole lot of people that give those kids an opportunity to learn, to grow, to be successful. And that's who Kelsey is, and that's who she's pouring into our community.
There is that moment that the three of you, Dr. Allison Barber also in there, shared here before the game with Kelsey Mitchell, the Dawn Staley Leadership Award. Well, you've got two of your South Carolina Gamecocks here on the Fever roster, Aliyah Boston and Victaria Saxton. I doubt Aliyah does much that surprises you anymore, but what has been your impression of watching just how quickly her game has transformed here at this level?
That's who she is, honestly. Like, I've watched it for 4 years. Like, her be who she is today. And it only gets better. I think what people don't really understand, what Aliyah brought to the game and what she brings to this level, is what's between her ears. Like, she is the smartest. And she's the smartest player I've ever coached. And I've coached a lot of great ones.
Yeah.
But top to bottom, when she first came in until, you know, she left, or she played her last game, until now, you're seeing all of those things. We just gave her a platform for her to just continue to learn and grow and utilize the skill set that she came. But the smartest. She figures things out on the fly. She goes in, prepared for games, and then when they do something different, she figures it out and she finds a way to impact the game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, she's been phenomenal. She's not a normal, typical rookie, and her being a WNBA All-Star as a rookie that's a very elite group that has that opportunity. So how do you think she is able to stay motivated? She's getting so much success in her early years. How is she the one that's going to be able to stay motivated and push herself?
She has a high personal standard. Like, every single day, she tries to maintain her standard, her high standard of playing, her high standard of living, and she only wants to make her family proud. Like, she's never had a bad day. She might have a bad game or two, but it was never a bad day. She's always trying to figure things out, and that's what I really love about her. Like, there came a time when she, you know, she had a low moment in her career. Sat down, faced it, figured it out. She just got to work through it. Because she saw so many different defenses on a collegiate level. She never saw single coverage. Never. It's either triple or quadruple.
Right. Not even double.
No, and then she still makes the correct decisions out of that, like out of being triple team and double team. I know not always is a pass out. It is sometimes you got to go get a bucket amongst the crowd. You got to play in the crowd, and she learned to do that.
Last week, the Fever were in Las Vegas. They played a couple of games, and we saw two great battles between Boston and Asia Wilson, two of the greatest Gamecocks of all time. I imagine you sitting on your couch with your feet propped up and your hands behind your head, just as proud coach. How accurate am I?
You're pretty accurate. I'm like, do her. Like, Asia, do her. Aliyah, do her. Like, go back and forth with each other. I mean, those are probably two of the players that had incredible careers in the Gamecock uniform battling. And that's what I imagine, like having so many players in the league going back and forth and seeing how much of their college play really impacts the game when they go one-on-one against each other.
And just to switch the focus a little bit, because you have another one, Saxton, who is also phenomenal. I've been able to see her in practice, and even though she doesn't play a lot, she still has this vibe about her that she's happy to be here. She wants to be here. She wants to learn. She was a third rounder, and she made the team, and that's a very difficult situation to be in. So what is her character like, and how did she persevere through that?
I mean, V did exactly what she's doing now. She made herself an asset in training camp, and she's gonna wait her turn. When she gets out here, if she gets an opportunity, she's gonna play hard all the time. She's gonna dive on the floor for loose ball. She's gonna rebound. She's gonna box out. She's gonna be the biggest cheerleader over here. Not a lot of third rounders make a team. Not a lot of first rounders make the team. Not a lot of second rounders make the team. But V found a way to make herself an asset for the Indiana Fever. And now she finds herself one of few on a roster still.
Right, one of 144. So.
Dawn Staley is here with us. We stream our broadcasts, a lot of them, to Facebook, and so this allows us to interact with the fans. And I can't tell you how many South Carolina fans are on this feed. They're there right now. They're watching, they're listening. I'm sure they're commenting. We've seen a lot of great collegiate fans, and there are numerous programs around the country. I've never seen anything like the South Carolina Fams. What's it like to be their coach?
They're a cult. They are. Like, y'all better not say not one bad thing about me or Aliyah. Don't do that. They will go viral on you in a second. But I love it. But here's what I love about our fans. Okay, they are biased, but they know the sport. They know the players in the sport. They know the scouting reports. They know weaknesses. They know strengths. And they will tell you about them. They have educated responses and tweets and posts about the entire game of women's basketball. So that's what I love about them. But you can't cross any of us without a fight.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's so hard to make, like, even when it comes to the travel and the fans, but looks like
It's an honor to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The legendary head coach Dawn Staley here with us midway through the second quarter from Indianapolis.